世界のみんなとつながろう Bridges across world communities.
Hello and welcome to Bridges Across World Communities, sponsored by NIA, the Nishinomiya City International Association. My name is Floyd.
And my name is Thelma. And the purpose of this program is to assist English-speaking residents in the Nishinomiya area by providing useful knowledge for daily living and important information for disaster prevention.
This program is broadcast on the second and fourth Saturdays of each month from 12 noon to 12:15.
And this month we'll be talking about the novel coronavirus, the situation in Nishinomiya, and how to get the latest information.
And our guest this month is Ms. Verena Heinz from Germany.
テッキは西宮国際交流協会です。
Well, as we all know, the new coronavirus continues to spread throughout Japan and the rest of the world. As of April 8th, 28 cases have been confirmed in Nishinomiya City.
And a lot of people are worried, and it looks like things will be getting worse before they get better.
Yeah.
Is there some place we can go or call for more information? Or if we think we might have the virus?
Yes, if you're in Nishinomiya and you think you might have the novel coronavirus, also known as COVID-19, or if you've been in contact with someone who might have it, please call the Nishinomiya City Consultation Center for returnees and people in close contact with possibly infected persons. Phew.
Wow, well, that's a long department title. And what's their number, Floyd?
Well, their phone number is 0798-262240. Again, the number is 0798-262240. And they're open every day from 8:45 a.m. to 9 p.m.
And what if you just have some general questions about the virus?
Well, just for general questions, you should call the Nishinomiya Health Center. Their number is 0798-353456. Again, the number is 0798-353456. They're open every day from 8:45 a.m. to 7 p.m.
And do they have English-speaking staff there?
Not really. You know, it'd be best to make the call with someone who speaks Japanese so they can help you. But if you don't speak much Japanese, that's okay too. Just speak English slowly and tell them your name, your country, and your phone number, and they'll have an English-speaking staff member call you back later.
NIA staff members are also available to help and answer your questions, including like immigration issues. Or you can check the website at www.immi.moj.go.jp. And if someone has actually have symptoms of coronavirus infection and wants to be tested, Floyd?
Well, according to the city's official consultation desk, which is the Nishinomiya Health Center, you should first go to a clinic and get checked. If the doctor suspects you have the coronavirus infection, then you can be examined by a specialist.
Is there any clinic in Nishinomiya with English-speaking doctors?
Yeah, there are quite a few. And the Nishinomiya Health Center, again, can give you information on which clinics have English-speaking doctors near where you live. But don't forget to call the clinic before you visit.
Why would you call the clinic beforehand? I thought you could just drop in.
Well, yeah, that's usually how it is. But if you have virus symptoms, you should let the clinic know before you go so they can make arrangements to keep you isolated from other patients and healthcare workers.
So for up-to-date local information about the coronavirus in English, visit the Nishinomiya City website at www.nishi.or.jp and click on Novel Coronavirus or COVID-19 information in multilingual language link on this homepage.
Yeah, this multilingual site is very helpful. It gives you the latest information for local areas and who to contact when you need help. You can also use the automatic translation function of the Nishinomiya City website. It's easy to use. Just click on the multilingual link at the top of the page, select English on the next page, and then the entire website will be displayed in English.
Should we talk about the state of emergency that has been declared in Japan?
Right, yeah, that's right. On April 7th, the Japanese government officially declared a state of emergency for 7 prefectures, including Hyogo. The state of emergency will be in effect until at least May 6th.
Yes, and governors and the 7 prefectures can request the closure of schools, universities, childcare facilities, and movie theaters, music venues, and other facilities.
That's right. But basic infrastructure like electricity, water supply, and gas, and even businesses such as supermarkets, convenience stores, drugstores, banks, post offices, and public transportation, all that won't be affected by this emergency declaration.
Yes, and residents are requested to stay home
Right.
except for essential tasks such as grocery shopping and seeking medical care.
And if you absolutely must go out, practice social distancing and wear a face mask. Stay away from crowded areas and avoid interacting with other people as much as possible.
Now, the situation is changing rapidly, so it's best to keep up to date with latest official information sources. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact us at the Nishinomiya City International Association, or NIA. Our English-speaking staff will be happy to help you.
And welcome back. And we have Ms. Verena Heinz back with us again this month.
Hello, I'm back.
We only got through a bit of the interview last month, so we're
Yeah.
going to finish this. But we left off last month, we were talking about ISI, which was a
Yes.
Japanese language school you went
That
to
I
in Gifu.
attended. Absolutely.
And it seems to have been great for you. You got to
Yeah.
level 2 in 9 months.
Yes, I did.
And you were saying it's not in Gifu anymore.
No, it's not. So what I was saying last time is that the one in Gifu closed because it is very rural, and they wanted to attract more customers, like more students. So they relocated to Kyoto.
Oh,
So they've
that's
got
nice.
school there now, which is nice too.
Yeah.
Like probably many people love going there, but
just out of curiosity, how much does it cost?
yeah, so it actually depends on the school. So the one in Tokyo is a bit more expensive, and you can, like, at some schools they offer different courses, but mine was basically about $13,000 for a year.
Wow. And that includes all your room and board and everything?
It did not. It
Oh,
was
no?
just tuition fee. It
Wow.
it was a tuition fee and the textbooks and papers,
Okay.
of which we did have a lot, I have to admit. I had like 5-6 textbooks.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, they gave us a lot.
Well, it sounds like from what you learned in 9 months, it's pretty much worth it. Now,
It was interesting.
we kind of mentioned that you went right from high school in 2015.
Yes.
You came to Japan
Yes, absolutely.
to do this course. Now, why did you decide to come?
Why did I decide to
from
come?
From high school? There must have been something
Yeah.
attracted you.
So I've loved Japanese culture from very young. It was just very interesting to me. It appealed to me because there's so many like similarities to German culture actually, but it's still super different, and so many things are just so like nice and beautiful to me, like their sense of for beauty and like just aesthetics and how you treat people and stuff like that was very interesting.
But how were you exposed to that as a child in Germany?
Okay, as a very small child, it was stories. Like my parents had collections of like fairy tales from all over the world, and we had a very popular show that included a very sweet Chinese girl, who was Chinese back at the time, and her city and how she lives, and that was very, very appealing to me. So I started getting more into it, and like ultimately found that from the Asian cultures I've seen, that the Japanese appealed to me just so much. And so I focused on that and studied like on my own, very like rudimentarily, like not in a good way in high school. And my parents offered me to go after high school because like we get graduation presents usually in Germany, because graduation takes 2 years. It's very hard. Not as hard as Japan. Okay, I have to admit that. Like Japanese graduation is way worse, but it's tough. So people sometimes get cars and stuff.
Yes,
and
yeah.
I never asked for anything. So they said, hey, we can send you to Japan for a bit.
Wow.
They thought like a few weeks.
That's
but-
funny, because I was just going to ask you, what did your parents think about you going to Japan? I thought they'd be upset about it.
Yeah,
but-
no, actually, well, they were worried. They didn't like the thought, but they saw how much I wanted to go just because I wanted to see it. It was just so cool to me. And so they sent me initially for 3 months, and I loved it so much that I begged them to like let me stay. And they said, you can't stay if you get a job because we can't support you all the way.
Wow.
So yeah,
Wow.
it ended up from 3 months that were planned, I ended up staying a year and a half.
It's interesting because, again, so many people, foreigners who come here, they always say it's either manga was their big
Yeah.
influence, or what's that little toy, Tomodachi or Tamagotchi?
Tamagotchi.
Tamagotchi,
Yeah,
stuff like that. You know?
right?
So-
No, it was for me. I did read manga when I was younger, but for me, it's like how games are for most gamers. It's like it doesn't matter where it's coming from. You just enjoy it for the thing that it is. The first thing that distinctly I remember seeing that was Japanese and that I loved was kimonos and geishas.
Wow.
Like I saw that when I was just like looking through cultures and seeing stuff, looking at pictures, I saw it and it was just so beautiful to me and I loved it. I fell in love with it. I looked up a lot of stuff, like different types of kimonos and whatnot. It was
how many
crazy.
kimonos do you own now?
I don't own kimonos.
You don't?
Well, I did actually. I do own 2 that I got as a gift,
Yes.
but they're like they don't fit me or anything. I don't have the equipment to wear it, so they're sitting in my closet, and every now and again I take them out and admire them. But
So you didn't get a furusode?
oh my god, no, I don't have that money. I love to wear one though.
Yeah.
Like it's upsetting me so much. I just missed the NIA event by a couple days. I found out about it a couple days after it ended.
I never have really taken a close look, but I know there's a Frente close near where we're recording this,
Yes.
and then there's an ACTA co-op, and they have kimono stores there, and
Yeah.
sometimes they do these big sales, like it's like 500 yen, 1,000 yen. I haven't looked closely, but you should check these places out. There might be something.
Absolutely, I didn't know that. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So, what have you been doing with your time here besides studying?
So I have right now in this year and a half that in this half year, that I've been here, I've just visited mainly friends and places I've seen so far. I haven't done too much other stuff besides studying and working a little bit.
Have you done any day trips, like traveled around a
Yep,
bit?
I have done a few day trips though to mainly to rather unknown places, like a bridge near Osaka that is famous, kind of famous for momiji viewing, or trips to hiking trips to the beach, stuff like that, just to enjoy Japanese nature that most tourists probably don't go to.
That was the thing that shocked me when I first came here. I always pictured Japan as so urban.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of overwhelmed by how much nature is so close to the city. So
it's crazy. We can walk from the place I live, which is like a city, in 30 minutes, and we're in a mountain with nothing.
Where's that? Whereabouts?
I'm living in Takarazuka right now.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, that's you're right in the mountains almost there.
Yeah.
There's a great hike that goes from Takarazuka all the way to Suma.
Oh.
It goes up over Rocco, Maya-san.
Oh my God, that's long.
It's like you probably need to do it over 2 days.
Well, I was about to say it's not a day trip.
No, it's not a day trip.
That's so cool, though.
Yeah,
love to do that.
So too bad we didn't have more time. We're already running out of time.
Okay.
But really, if you can briefly, where are you going? Like after you graduate, you go back to Germany. What are you looking at in the future, for career?
So my ideal would be working in something that includes cultural exchange. So when I'm in Japan, I miss my home country, and when I'm in Germany, I miss Japan. So I would like to do something that involves the two. And if I can put another ideal thing in there, it would also have something to do with film, theater, culture, this type of artsy, performing arts culture.
So that's a bit of your background also.
It is, yeah. I've done that a lot as a child, and it's my second major, theater and media. So I would like to do something with that, but I don't want to stay in one country all the time, if that's possible. Yeah. And I want to just but involved with both countries.
I'm sure you'll make it work.
I hope so.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, NIA had a wide range of Japanese language classes scheduled for the spring semester. However, because of the coronavirus situation, some classes have had to be canceled or postponed. So for the latest information about our Japanese language programs, please check the NIA website or contact NIA directly.
And our email address is nia@nishi.or.jp, or you can call us at 0798-328680. Our English-speaking staff will be happy to help you.
NIA is open from 9:45 a.m. to 6 p.m. every day except Tuesdays and national holidays.
The new coronavirus situation is changing rapidly, and since our program is recorded only once a month, any detailed information we provide could be outdated quickly.
So we strongly encourage our listeners to keep properly informed through credible news sources and official government sites, including Nishinomiya City's website. And we also encourage everybody to wash their hands. What else? Wear the masks.
Open the window.
Practice social distance. Yes, and open the windows like we did in the studio today, in case you've been hearing buses.
Exactly. 敵は西宮国際交流協会でした. Stay safe,
everyone.